Welcome, everybody, to the fourth episode of RoJoSports, where at the end of each episode, you, the listener, have the power to spark the debates. I'm your host, Rob. Here alongside of me is my right hand man, the one, the only, Joe, once again. Say hi, Joe.
What's up, guys?
Joe, we're already on episode 4 of this amazing journey, and I think as of right now, I can say apparently the only trend is up for us. Because so far
There we go.
we're incredibly thankful, always anyway, that you all take the time to watch our videos, listen to the podcast audio, giving this show the possibility to turn into something good. Our show currently sits at over 50 views on Spotify and nearly over 20 hours of listening time. And we are just now starting only our fourth episode, so it's only gone up. So it's not a bad direction to go. What do you think of that?
I think that's great. Just steadily improving it week after week. We're like a football team. We're just getting better each week.
That's right. It's comes with time, baby. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Joe. Before we get started on anything else, I think it's important to bring up the fact I want to take this time to congratulate the Marietta Tigers varsity girls soccer team, the 2025 District 3 OHSAA champions, after a 1-0 win over an extremely talented Fairfield Union Falcons. Yet another clean sheet with a win on 1-0. Joe, I have a couple of these girls in class, and they are extremely hungry. They are taking on Dover tomorrow night. Big game, pep bus, taking some kids up there. They're playing Dover in the regional semifinals. Coach Mannix and the girls, once again, congratulations. Keep pushing forward. You're in control of your destiny at this point. You are a number 1 seed for a reason. On behalf of Joe and myself here at RoJoSports and the entire city of Marietta, you have our utmost support. Go get them, Tigers. In addition to this, I wanted to also give a shout out to the Wall of Sound Marietta High School marching band, as they also compete this weekend in the state championship band competition.
Oof.
Once again,
Heck yeah.
championships everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Building it up.
Um,
I
so
love that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, good luck, girls. Tomorrow. I mean, that soccer, it's great. We had a big pep rally for the football team this past week, and we'll get into that. And I feel like we need to have something even bigger for the girls soccer team, because
Big game.
they just keep going. You know, districts. You win the district title, you're 4 wins away from a state
Yeah.
championship.
Just like the Raiders. Al Davis. Just win, baby.
Just win, baby. It's all you got to do. One game at a time. And the good thing about them is like they don't look back at their record. They see themselves as 1-0 going into the next game, and then you're 0-0, and you got to win this one to get back to 1-0 again. So I love the mentality. I love the spirit of it. Uh, Keep that going, and that'll keep you going, right?
Oh, yeah. I agree 100%. I mean, guess gotta take every game like basically it's your last game because so for
So
some of them it is.
yeah, and you heard them in the football interview that I did this past weekend. There is no tomorrow, right? So
That's right.
well, keep pushing.
Makes you dangerous.
Which thank you guys again for that interview. I think it went really good, and clearly maybe it had a little bit of hype into the game. I'm just saying, but we'll get into that in a second. Um, Joe and I are just two small town guys who have a deep passion for sports of various forms and their rivalries. Joe, speaking of rivalries and trophies, what a crazy week that we just had in high school sports, wouldn't you say?
Oh, big time.
Uh,
Big time.
well, from your neck of the woods, my former neck of the
Yep.
woods, up there in Martins Ferry, give us the amazing news on the legendary Sparky.
Well, Sparky is a rider this year. He's come back to his house where he belongs. Even though Belair is winning in the all time, correct 9-56. But we've made up a lot of ground. This is like the Ohio State Michigan, where Michigan won before 1960 every game, but we've come firing back like Ohio State to kind of even it up a little bit.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
it was a tough fought game. I mean, what unfortunately for Blair though, um, their best player, Pettigrew, he's been out since September 12th, so
it's a big
broke
loss.
his leg. Yeah,
That's a
he's. I mean, without him, they have a hard time, and that. But Ferry played hard,
and how
40-12.
40-12. Wow, and
Yeah,
how awesome that this was the first ever night game in Bel Air for that rivalry.
that
You
that's
know,
right.
in Be-
Ever.
ever,
Yeah,
and that'll go down in history. There's only one inaugural time for
that's
anything,
right.
and so yeah, kudos, good job, Martins Ferry. Okay, keep it
That's right.
locked up tight in that trophy case because you never know.
He's there for a year, and we're gonna keep him again.
You never know. You never know. So good. In addition to Sparky getting Sparky, another big trophy up there is the Vales Trophy for the Buckeye Local versus Harrison Central rivalry. Um, Buckeye faced a tough end of season loss, but the score did not signify the accuracy of the effort at Publish Stadium. Huskies capped off their season to finish out one game under 500 with a 41-14 win over the Panthers. So,
That's
yet
at
another,
least they had the effort.
yeah, yeah. I mean, um, the receiver Daniel, he had two touchdown catches this past week. So they're a young team. They're a really young team. I think
Hmm.
they only have probably 4 or 5 seniors on that football team. So lack of experience, and maybe it showed in a couple of those games. You know,
That
um,
matters. Experience does matter.
and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, the Marietta Tigers football team.
Oh yeah, how was that game?
Yeah, yeah. Well, did you know they had a great game this Friday night as well? With the what was the score to Ferry game again? 40-12.
40-12. Yep.
And Buckeye Local, they got beat down 41-14. Right?
Yep. Right.
Well, this is no shortage of high scores. Okay, the Tigers finished their season with a massive victory over rival Warren Warriors with a final score of 42-14.
If you remember last week, I said Marietta Tigers big.
Yeah, and and
Proved to be right.
and it showed too. Like um, Warren, they averaged 150 yards rushing a game and just under
Hmm.
100 yards passing. So as long as you contain the run, that's all they have.
Yep.
That's all they got. So the Marietta ended the season hot with a record of 3-1 over their last 4 games after starting out the season 0-6. So there is success for Coach Kuffner to take away from this season to build upon into the 2026 campaign next fall. Uh, with this game that they just had, let me hit you with some impressive stats. This was a hard nosed grind, punch to the face, demoralizing type of victory that the Tigers had this past Friday at Don Drum. A big time game from senior and co-captain Owen Riley with an impressive high school career ending 32 carries for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh wow,
Will
that's a great day at the office right
mm-hmm.
there.
Will Tornes had a rushing touchdown and 2 pick sixes on defense. They came
Two
in
pick sixes.
2 pick sixes.
Wow.
The Tigers started their game on their first drive, driving 74 yards and 14 plays, capped off with a play action wide open pass from Riley to Gawley, and got out to an early 7-0 lead to start the game. However, even all of these stats are amazing. My favorite stat of the game, the Tigers got the ball at their own 3-yard line put together a grinding drive for 20 plays for 97 yards to finish it all off. The Tigers finished the game with a total of 252 rushing yards. There's a direct quote from Coach Mike Kuffner. The work these guys put in through the adversity is what I am most proud of. Even though the record was not what we wanted, these guys have laid the foundation for sure and set us up for some great success in the future. And that's kind of what you and I were talking about last week. Whenever you win another one, that's a streak. You're going into the next season
Yep,
2-0. So there's something
that's
to
right.
build upon. At the when you go 0-6, and kudos to these kids. They didn't give up. They
Yep,
kept
they fought
grinding
back.
and grinding. And I mentioned time and time again they were never out of games, with the exception of the Fort Fry game.
Mm-hmm.
And the John Marshall game, the running back kind of got away from a little bit. But other than that, they were in every game against Athens. Joe Burrow. That's a big program,
Yep.
big name program. So when you're in games like that against teams like that, you have something to, look forward to in the future, you know. So congratulations on all of these high school athletic teams. But before we get into college football, Joe, I think you had some important information to talk about with the latest news regarding Ironton High School football.
Oh yeah, this is big news
Are you sure? Is it
coming across.
big,
Oh yeah,
big news? Yeah.
this is huge news. It's so big news that my friend from New York heard about it before I even told him.
Jeez.
So this is like gigantic. Um, for those of you who don't know, Ironton has been hit with recruiting violations. Yes, recruiting violations in high school football. This stems back to like 2018, which, if people know about Ironton over the past 7 years, they have made it to the state championship several times. And there's a possibility that several of those players may have had a phantom address in Ironton and aren't really from Ironton. So that's interesting. Wouldn't you say, Rob?
Yeah, yeah. Develop a couple PO boxes get you a long way.
Yeah. Uh huh. It's just interesting. And along with the high school NIL that getting passed here in Ohio, I don't really see how they have a leg to stand on to punish them now. But I guess it was might as well.
Do they not see how it's affecting college kids, let alone giving, what, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids NIL
Yeah.
deals?
I mean, just imagine Cincinnati, the Cincinnati school. Who is it? Is it Alder, Cincinnati Alder,
Mm-hmm.
or like Saint Xavier,
Yeah, both
or
of
even
yeah,
St. Edwards?
yeah,
Those schools that have massive amounts of money just be like, oh yeah, here's $1 million, kid. Congratulations, you're playing high school football.
yeah,
Wow, man,
yeah,
he's really made it.
yeah,
Why don't you just start a gambling addiction while you're at it? Put
yeah.
him in a casino.
You're not doing them any favors. What happens? I wonder with that NIL situation in high school football. I wonder if GPA goes into it. I wonder if there's a deal like, hey, if your GPA goes below like a this, oh well, we'll just,
I doubt it.
then you start getting into, are people paying teachers to give grades, or people, whatever.
Yeah,
It's a
it is a slippery slope that college is dealing with right now. And if they can't figure it out, high school is going to be, if they think that, like, they think college is the Wild West, high school is going to be like that by times 1,000, because it's already kind of like that anyway
so you
before this.
they're thinking that, why not give this 16-year-old kid who, works part-time at the McDonald's on Fridays and Saturday evenings, well, not Fridays because he's being paid to play
Yeah,
football, but let's go ahead and, instead of giving him $13 an hour to flip burgers, let's go ahead and you're not going to have to worry about that. Let's buy your parents a house. And
yeah. Oh,
oh,
here's you like a Porsche? Oh, here's a Porsche for you. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
High school kid driving a Porsche. That's really good right there.
yeah,
That's a smart idea.
we'll go ahead and get you the iPhone 37 while we're at it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man. And I feel like that's a lot of the reason why some of these college football coaches are either leaving for the pros or they're retiring, is because they don't want to deal with the headache, of it
Mm.
all. And so before we get into college football, do you have anything else? Uh,
Uh, no, that's about it for me for the high school sports. But
yeah,
those are two massive stories that I
yeah.
felt needed to be addressed.
Well, I mean, are they being booted? They got booted from the playoffs, right? For all this,
Yeah.
or yeah.
As a matter of fact, for them being moved out of the playoff, Amanda Clear Creek at 5-5 made it in. So congratulations, Amanda Clear Creek.
Jeez. And Ursuline was doing kind of similar to the same thing, weren't they? Didn't they get in trouble
Mm-mm.
for?
Theirs was hazing.
Oh
They were
yeah,
hazing guys,
yeah.
which
That's another.
yep, that's
We'll
just a whole other messy area we
yeah.
don't want to get
We're
into.
not gonna touch into that stuff. No, no. We're gonna keep the politics aside and go right into this. So, but yeah. So, oh, high school sports. One other question. Martins Ferry volleyball. Are they out?
Oh yeah, they unfortunately they lost.
Did they? That stinks.
Hard
But
fought. Yep.
they got there
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Hey,
Gave yourself a
they made it
chance.
farther than people thought, and they still got. And it's a young team, so they'll be back next year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good, good to hear. And basketball season is coming up. We're gonna
Yep.
start covering.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
actually just talked to the wrestling coach today about interviewing him for the girls and boys wrestling team, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
also I'm going to get in touch with the boys and girls basketball coaches to see if we could talk similar to the same way that I did with the football team, but not wait until the
Mm-hmm.
end of the season. Talk at beginning of
Yeah.
season, see the incoming expectation, what their goals are and things like that. With senior Teddy Bauer, heavyweight. I mean, he's an amazing football player. He's an even better wrestler. So I'm curious to see where that goes. And as I talked about with the boys basketball team, their expectation is to go completely undefeated all the way. So, you know, I'll make sure I get in touch with the same kid who said that, so that we have some receipts, okay, on
Yeah.
you know, see his prediction later on in March, February, March ish.
I like the tenacity though.
No,
We're going undefeated.
I love it.
Never lost.
I love it. I love it. You haven't lost yet this year, so you're starting 0-0, so you're already undefeated, right?
That's right.
All
Haven't
right.
lost yet.
Well, college football. Uh, we were going to talk a little bit about the current AP poll rankings, but I feel like that is kind of a waste of time considering that tomorrow evening we get the first college football rankings, right? College football playoff
Pretty sure. Yeah.
rankings, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, I will let.
Week 10.
So, Joe and I decided that instead of going by what the AP poll says, anybody else who follows college football, those numbers change going into this poll. Okay, based off of strength of schedule, based off of all kind of other stuff, based off of SEC favoritism, based off of all kind of other stuff, right? But there's no favoritism for the SEC, none,
Oh, no way.
none, none.
There's no way that ESPN would favor, a conference that they paid for.
Yeah,
There's no way they would do
no,
that.
not a shot, not a shot. But what Joe and I decided to do is come up with our own personal top 12 since the new rankings come out tomorrow. And I think when we do this, I don't want to reveal our top four yet. I think that we should start with our bubble teams
All right.
and work our way down. Okay.
I got you.
So bubble teams. I know I told you 15 teams, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna give you 16. Okay.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
So
Let me
I
guess. Michigan.
I have I have I okay. So I have to put them in there I have to give them a shot. Okay,
Yeah.
and just if they control their destiny at this point,
Yeah.
the tough games that they have left are at home. Okay, and the big one, I wonder who that might be against. You know, if they can
Youngstown State.
yeah, the Penguins for sure. But just like last year, nobody thought that Michigan stood a chance. Michigan was a
Oh, jeez.
Michigan. You know this more than anybody, sports booker, that Michigan was a 21-point underdog, and they came in and upset
Yep.
them. I know Will Howard got his bell rung. Okay, we're both in agreement with that. Okay,
Yeah.
but they went in last year without a kid. I think that kid was pushing a broom one day, and they asked him if he could throw a football, and he said, "Yeah, I think." And they were like, "Come on, come play." And
Who? Will
that
Howard?
no,
Or you
Michigan.
mean your quarterback?
Yeah, that no, they should have just put the damn kicker in it, quarterback, and instead of this kid. But he won. He won the
Yep.
game. It didn't matter at the end of the day. They won the game. Okay, if Michigan can run the table at this point forward, they get in.
Yeah.
That's why they're a bubble team.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Absolutely. All right.
so I'll go down to I'll give you all the way through 13, and then you give
Mm,
me your bubbles, and then we'll start at 12 together. What do
all
you think?
right.
So 15, I'm going to keep Missouri in the hunt, just outside of it, but they're in the hunt. Texas Tech at 14. I'm putting Virginia at 13.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead with your bubble teams.
All right. Here's my bubble teams. Kind of similar. Um, I have Texas Tech at 15. At 14, I got Virginia, and at 13, Notre Dame.
Okay, I like it. We're both on the same wavelength for Texas Tech. Just right outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just right outside of it. Um, so who's your 12?
My 12 is Louisville.
That is also
Excuse me, Louisville.
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 Louisville. Louisville. Well, they are also actually my 12.
All right, we're in agreement.
We are.
On to the next one.
We are. So I'll give you my 11. We'll do it snake
All right.
style. Snake style, like we did the
Yep.
baseball draft. My 11 is Notre Dame.
Okay.
They're barely in right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they're on my bubble. I mean, I can't. I just can't put a two-loss team in over teams that have one loss. I just can't do it.
Yep.
It just doesn't compute with me. So my 11 is the team that beat them, the Miami Hurricanes.
Okay.
And then
Who
it's
you
my
got for?
next pick, right?
Mm-hmm. You're 10.
10. All right. Now this one's going to stir some feathers. This one's going to get people riled up probably. But at 10, I got the been gifted 3 games this year due to the referees of the SEC, Georgia Bulldogs. They haven't really showed me anything yet.
Yeah, I mean, me neither. Me neither. A little bit, but we're
Their
clapping.
defense isn't very good.
We're
Yeah,
cl-
yeah, we're yeah, this is us for Georgia. Yeah, woo! They're so good.
for
They're
those
still in, but
for those of you on Spotify, we are giving the timeout signal like Kirby Smart and saying that we're
yeah.
clapping going down the sideline. So I'm giving you my 10, right?
Yep.
My 10 is Miami Hurricanes,
Okay,
just above Notre
I can see
Dame.
that. Yep.
My nine, just because Florida State just keeps losing.
I see where you're going. Yeah, it's not great.
My 9 is Alabama.
Okay, I can respect that. I like it.
Just Florida State just keeps
Yeah.
losing, and they're going to
They,
lose their coach at the end of the season too.
it's yeah, that doesn't help them at all.
Mm-mm.
Especially because they got. It's not like they lost in a tight game. They got boat raced
Mm-hmm.
by Florida State.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but hey, Ohio State in the very first playoff against they lost to Virginia Tech first game,
They did.
and then ran the whole way. So, and they got blown out, and that was at home. They
Yeah.
weren't on the road either.
Yep.
So, I mean, maybe it just takes that one loss for them to, you know, flip the switch.
Yep. You're 9.
All right, my 9. I can't believe I'm saying this, and this is coming out of my mouth. The Vanderbilt Commodores are number 9 on my list. I just can't believe I'm saying that. It doesn't make it doesn't feel right. But
I couldn't put them in yet.
oh, you don't have them in. Okay,
No.
all right. But I had to I had to do it. They've earned it at this point.
Gotcha. And you're 8.
Ole Miss,
Ole Miss.
Ole
Hmm.
Miss,
Okay.
Lane Kiffin, soon to be the next coach somewhere else.
Which is
We'll
next
get to that
after
later.
these? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my 8 is BYU.
Okay. Okay.
Still undefeated.
Yep.
Still undefeated. My 7 is Ole Miss.
Okay. See, I only have one thing, and it's gonna show on my list if you pay attention that there's one thing I don't like that people do, and we'll
Okay.
get to that when we get there. All right. But
Your
BYU is a hint. BYU is a hint.
okay. So we are at your 7.
All right. The Oregon Ducks at number 7. Quack quack.
Quack quack. Ducks fly together. You know what the mighty
That's
ducks say?
right.
Ducks fly together. Your 6.
My 6. The Alabama Crimson Tide. Kalen DeBoer and the boys. They're number 6. They're outside looking in.
Okay. My
I
6.
couldn't put them any higher because of the loss, but
Yeah, that loss hurts them, man. I think it.
yeah.
My 6, Georgia Bulldogs.
Okay.
My 5, Georgia Tech.
All right. All right. I like it.
I'm putting them ahead of Georgia because they're going to beat Georgia this year.
That's right. Yes, they are.
Is that whose field is that at?
It's at like a neutral site. It's at like
Oh, of
Mercedes
course it
Dome or
is.
something.
Of
Georgia
course,
Tech did it because they wanted money because they don't have any money. They don't have the funds.
they're a tech
So
school.
so Georgia paid them a whole bunch of money to play there.
All right. So who's your 5, and then your first 4 in the?
All right. Now, remember what I said earlier about BYU.
Mm-hmm.
BYU is my number 5.
Okay.
And there's going to be a theme with the rest of these teams.
Okay.
So BYU is at number 5. And then my number 4 team with the first bye is Georgia Tech as of this moment.
I like it.
The Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Another undefeated team.
I like it. My number 4, Ducks fly together. Going Oregon at 4.
Quack, quack.
My 3 is Texas A&M.
Yep. I like that. Because funny that you say that. Texas A&M is also my number 3.
We agree on 2 of them.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah, so far.
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me your 2-1 because I have something I have to
Oh, okay.
say it with me.
I already see it coming, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I got the Indiana Hoosiers at number 2 and the defending champs, Ohio State Buckeyes, number 1.
I could see that. So what I did, just because I'm a little undecided, okay, but I put at 1, I put Ohio State in a tier. So like tier 2, 1 is Ohio State. Tier 1 is Indiana. I can't pick one or the other just yet because
Oh, come on.
so
Come
they
on, Michigan guy.
so wait they did they beat the heck out of Texas the first game of the season? Yeah,
Yeah.
but ever since they've played Grambling State, they've played Ohio, they've played Illinois,
Oh,
which
oh boy.
but
Don't get on me
but
with the Michigan schedule from like 3 years ago when they played like New Mexico and then they played Hawaii and then they played some FCS team and then
well,
they played like I don't even know in the big like Northwestern and then like Wisconsin they were like 6-0 and
we
they
had
didn't play
we
anybody.
we had Penn State, which you know he
That's like that's a win.
well, so the reason I would give Ohio State the edge over Indiana is because they are undefeated ever since losing to Michigan last year. They ran the table all the way through ever since then. They still haven't lost.
Mm.
I don't think that this is just based off of the schedule, other than the Texas game. I don't think that this defense is amazing for Ohio State. I don't think it's the greatest defense ever yet. I still pick Georgia's from what 3 years ago.
Yeah, but it's on the level. I
It,
wouldn't either, but
it's
it's
it's close,
yeah.
but I think defensively, I think that Georgia defense is the greatest I've ever seen, and offensively, best offense I've ever seen was Joe Burrow's LSU. But
Hmm.
if you put those two teams together, that's greatest team of all time. I mean, people want to argue Miami Hurricanes from 02,
Well,
03.
well, they had that offense and the defense, so that would be the greatest team of all time.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation for another day.
Only they did get beat controversially by Ohio State in the national
Well,
championship.
not the first, not 2001.
Yeah.
That team was that's the team I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the Willis
That one.
McGahee and those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee, and like some other running backs were on kickoff. They couldn't get on the field. Yeah. Sean Taylor was like a kickoff on kickoff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Your
Just
kickoff teams look like Hall of Fame football players.
so yeah, but I think you and I are on the same wavelength when it comes to a few of the teams. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I think that with the way that the college football committee likes to do things, that's the only reason I do like a tier 1, tier 2 thing is because I feel
mm-hmm.
like they're gonna try and put it to Ohio State
Well,
somehow,
I
just
mean,
based off of you know
it's
Indiana beat the snot out of Oregon,
yeah,
and so I mean,
but this is my thing. They do it every year. If there's two teams, they're going to take the bigger brand every time.
mm-hmm,
That's always how it works. If they're close, they'll be like, "Well, the eye test said that this team has a better on-field resume." It's like, shut up. No, they don't. You just want to see the the big brand in there. Don't give me all that nonsense.
yeah, yeah. So those are our top
Mm,
12, 15, top 15.
yep. And like
Um,
as I've said, I'm a believer in if you're undefeated, you're in the top until you lose. That's
yeah,
just the way it should be.
unless you're a Mac school, we won't.
Well, yeah, yeah, MAC or whatever. But if you're a Power Five conference or
Yeah,
Power Four, whatever it is nowadays,
yeah,
Power Four conference, and you're undefeated, that rank they should not be behind a two-loss Notre Dame team or a one-loss SEC team. I just don't care. They deserve to be a top spot.
yeah. Well, speaking of top spots, nothing real big coach wise happened in college football this week other than Brian Kelly getting canned. You
Yep,
know, which
about time.
he is the James Franklin of the LSU Tigers. Okay, in my opinion. Um,
Uh huh. Well, he was the James Franklin of Notre Dame as well.
yeah,
Remember, he left Notre Dame to win a national championship at LSU.
Only
and
for
Notre
Marcus
Dame,
Freeman to get in.
and Marcus Freeman makes the national championship in 2 years.
Man, I can't imagine like the stress he was having
Uh,
while watching that football game, at home.
he's he's something else.
So
He's the worst, best strategized coach I've ever seen. He's awful.
don't get me started. Um, but he's out of a job.
Yep,
Um, I can actually see James Franklin getting a job before Brian Kelly does.
I could see that as well.
Okay.
Because at least James Franklin, he's personable. Like he's good on TV. He says all the right things.
Yeah.
He doesn't scream at his players face to face like this on camera.
Which back in the day,
Yeah.
whenever we were that age, it was nothing for Coach Poblish at Buckeye Local to grab you by your face mask and tell you how bad you sucked, even when you did a good thing.
Hmm.
But nowadays,
Yeah.
with
Well, it's not
cameras,
even that. It's the like I don't mind if a guy's getting a good ass chewing, but when you know, there's just sometimes it's like it's your fault that you put him in the position to suck. It's not like he did something on his own and screwed up and like threw a pick six. It
yeah,
was the offense doesn't work, and you're
yeah,
yelling at him. It's like
yeah,
lay off of him.
poor kid, poor kid. Well, that being said, we also came up with who would be our best fit for 4 different teams, coach wise,
Hmm.
right?
Yep.
Between Penn State, now LSU, Florida, and Florida State at the end of the season.
Yep.
Okay, so I will start. We'll go with Penn State first. Okay,
All right.
that was the first. Oh no, was Florida first? Was Florida?
No, Penn State was first.
Penn State was
Penn State was
first.
first. Penn State, Florida, LSU,
LSU,
and
and
then
then
Florida State will be last.
right. Okay, so Penn State. So I texted you last week a name that I think could use a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and after this season, they came in. Were they ranked 1 or 2? I can't remember, but Clemson was ranked really, really, really high, and I feel like Dabo has officially lost any kind of um, strength that he had with that Clemson
Mm-hmm.
football program. That I could see him moving to a conference like the Big Ten, and
Yep.
I think that he would actually do pretty well at Penn State. He's a likable guy,
Yeah.
and for some, he's a
Yeah.
likable guy.
Some people he rubs the wrong way,
He
but I mean
yeah,
that you can't please everybody.
but I can honestly uh, see him being a good fit at Penn State, personally.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying because he's like, pardon my phrase here, but like he's like a like a cult follower. Like
Yeah,
people follow him, and Penn State's a little cultish, so I
and
could see that work.
so that being said, I could see him and James Franklin, he and James Franklin swapping places. I could see Franklin
Yeah.
at a school like
Okay.
Clemson to try and rebuild himself.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So my Penn State is this is a shocker here. You're not going to believe this. I'm going to say it's going to be Urban Meyer.
Think
That's my
so?
guess. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. Just feels I've heard some rumblings. That just feels too on the nose. You know,
I don't mind it.
just
I mean, he's a Big Ten guy. I mean, he goes to Florida, but
yeah.
he had his main success at OSU. I feel
Yep.
more so than Florida. I mean, did they have a
I
good?
mean,
They had a good thing down there in Florida, but
yeah.
well,
Back-to-back champs.
football wise, they had a good thing. Personal wise,
Yes, yes. They had some knuckleheads there. That's the word we'll use.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Some real difference makers in lots of
Yes,
ways.
on and off the ball.
um, so go ahead with your LSU because I'm probably going to surprise you with mine.
All right. Well, LSU is well, we forgot Florida, but I'll
Oh
do
yeah, I'm
LSU.
sorry. No, we could do Florida first.
Um, well, Florida for me is going to be Lane Kiffin. I feel like that's just
Think so?
no brainer. Yep,
Okay,
he's perfect for there.
I could see that. I'm going with Matt Campbell in Florida.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I could see
I
him
like that.
getting away from Iowa State, going to a school like that, to where you know over the past 3 years, Florida has had the hardest schedule
Yeah.
of anyone
hmm
of anyone.
Even out of conference,
Yeah,
it's hard.
brutal.
South Florida was good this year, and they play Miami and they play Florida State.
Yeah,
It's just
and I feel like Campbell brings like a tenacity about himself that
yeah,
could handle that kind of thing and bring his kids and his team together to also be able to handle that type of situation. So so that's my Florida. So now we'll go ahead and go LSU, and you said Urban Meyer
for Penn State.
or for Penn State. Okay, go ahead with LSU. I'm sorry.
LSU though, this one's tough. I'm not really sure who this is going to be because that's an interesting job. You need someone that can recruit,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not a lot of guys that are out there that recruit on a high level. So I'm thinking that they're going to have to pick someone from somewhere else and say, "Hey, come down here to Louisiana," you know,
We got
and
50,
hopefully they don't have a fake accent.
we got $15 million to give you.
Yeah, and I don't see this happening, but this is like the only guy that could do it because he's way better at recruiting. He's not really an X's and O's guy as much, but I mean, he is, but his recruiting is what takes him off, and that's Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame. I mean, could you imagine they take Notre Dame's coach twice?
And then he makes the championship again.
But yeah, like if Marcus Freeman did that, I don't see him doing it, but that's who I would pick if I
that's
was them.
that's a good name to throw out in the hat.
Yeah.
Then you got to think about Notre Dame going to call Brian Kelly back and be like, hey.
The fans would riot, I'm pretty sure. The Notre Dame fans I know
So, yeah,
they would they would say no, but hell no.
touchdown Jesus would come with a different term. I'm pretty sure, different meaning.
hmm
So my LSU coach, and I feel like you might probably sit back and flop out your chair after this one, but originally an SEC guy. Originally an SEC guy. You're talking about recruiting well,
Uh-huh.
right? And this dude is actually an X's and O's guy. Okay, has proven himself time and time and time and time and time and time again, and is still doing it.
Is this the oh he's a coach right now?
He's a coach right now.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
and LSU is one of still, even though they got to pay Brian Kelly $10 billion for the rest of his life. He got the Bobby Bonilla contracts of
Oh
college
yeah.
football coaches, but I'm going Dan Lanning.
Oh really?
I
Oh
th-
man.
I think he could be talked out of leaving Oregon.
Ah, I don't know. He didn't take the Alabama job. That's going to be tough to uproot him out there. I mean,
I think there's some wiggle room there.
I mean, they're building all those new facilities out there in Oregon. I mean,
I think that there's a chance that they could
maybe,
maybe,
yeah, maybe.
maybe,
It's like Marcus Freeman. Don't see it happening, but it could happen.
yeah,
It wouldn't be the craziest thing, but it's kind of a lateral move, if you ask me, because Oregon's a top five, top six job in the
it
country. So
is, it is, and I feel like LSU is kind of the equivalent of that, but I feel
yeah,
like SEC, LSU has the least tough schedule out of like the Georgia and out of the Florida, and I feel like LSU has the more favorable schedule when it comes to the teams in the SEC. That could be really attractive for a coach, in my mind.
Right now, it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to rotate, so we'll see.
So
But hey, it could happen. That's a good thing.
you never know. You
Yep.
never know. So
Someone waves someone waves 150 million in front of your face. Are you going to say no?
yeah, 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 for sure. I mean, first you had Ed coaching Joe Burrow, and
Yep.
he got out, and then Brian Kelly came down and destroyed
Well,
everything, and
past three head coaches at LSU won a national championship, except Brian Kelly.
yeah, yeah. So who knows? Who
Yep.
knows? So Florida State. I think you and I are probably both going the same direction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, this is the only guy. There's nobody else. This is it. He's an alumni. He's a coach right now.
Neon
Have
Dion.
similar pant color and helmet.
I'll limp his way there,
Yep.
but
Prime time.
yep, he'll. I think that would be actually a really good fit,
Yep.
you know. And that being said, with me thinking Dabo would leave Clemson,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a far fetch here, um, but I could see Lane Kiffin maybe choosing a job like that.
Clemson,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Because they were really good going into this year, but Dabo lost the locker room.
He maybe.
You
Well,
know,
we'll put that on the watch.
and other than Miami,
That's
A-
if Debo leaves, but personally, I don't see him leaving unless
ACC, who is there other than Miami? Florida State, sort of.
Virginia. Come on, man. Virginia's here to stay.
Yeah. So
Virginia
we'll
Cavaliers and Louisville.
Louisville, Louisville.
Yep. Louisville Cardinals.
Yep. But they're back, Louisville.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson. They're finally back in after all these years of Lamar being gone. Now they're back.
Probably should have won the Heisman twice, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah, but realistically though, I don't see Ole Miss letting Kiffin go.
Oh well, Ole Miss has money, but there's other schools that got more money than Ole
Yeah,
Miss does.
yeah,
So,
that's true.
especially that one in Florida and the one in Louisiana, they could just be like, "Come here, Lane. Come here. We got something for you."
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all we have for college football, I think, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So, got a few other segments here. NFL.
Yeah.
NFL, we're what, middle of the season now, right?
Yeah. About to be the trade deadline, I think, coming up.
Yep.
Could be interesting.
Yep. So, I feel like we always start AFC first.
Yeah, it's alphabetical.
Yeah.
A comes before
So
N.
so we'll get into the AFC here. So I'll go ahead and talk a bit about the Steelers' loss to the Packers.
Yep.
Um,
You have the floor.
Before anything else, I want to know who in the hell designed those uniforms.
Was had to be a blind guy. Had to be.
I mean, I didn't mind the shirts, I guess, if they were put with some black pants or
Yeah.
something. It made it look like the dudes weren't wearing any pants. In
Yeah.
certain angles, it looked like they were just running around Winnie the Poohing over the football field.
The
you
the
know?
hel the helmet just that matte
Yeah,
paint. I hate that. That's not a Steeler helmet.
it's
We got to
not.
wear the black helmet.
It's not. Just leave it alone.
It's a, that's me, the Browns fan, saying that. I mean, if I'm saying it, it looks putrid.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, so looking at the Steelers, they're getting in their way. They're getting in their own way.
Hmm.
Rodgers doesn't have time to throw. Warren, I messaged you yesterday about how I think that he isn't that good, but then again, doesn't have a line blocking for him. You
He
know,
okay. He's he's not your he can't just be carrying the ball every all the time. He's not the kind of back. He wasn't that back before. He's not that back now, and they're trying to make him that.
and
He can't
yeah,
take 30 carries a game.
and that's why he and Najee worked so well together because you were switching them out, and it was kind of like
Mm-hmm.
whenever they had D'Angelo Williams and uh, Le'Veon Bell.
LeGarrette Blunt, or
Yeah,
yeah.
they would swap them out and then keep fresh legs out there. But whenever you
Mm-hmm.
expect a guy of Warren's stature, I guess,
Yeah.
to run 30 times a game, you have nobody but you're basically back to James Conner again.
Yeah, it's basically his style running. He try like he runs hard, but it,
That's
it's not sustainable.
that's not Steeler run football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's they're getting away from their identity. you know.
Hmm.
And I feel like, everybody's like, oh, they need a receiver. They need a receiver. Well, yeah. Roman Wilson, he played a pretty good game yesterday. He caught his first NFL touchdown pass in the back of the end zone there, which was a little bit controversial. I don't know if it was a catch or not, but we won't really talk too much about that. But, I could see them making a push and trying to get, a Garrett Wilson or a Chris Olave type receiver up there on the other side of the ball from DK to give a little more help, But I think that, I said it before, I'll say it again. I think that they need to try and see what they could get for Watt.
Yeah,
You know,
he looks old.
yeah, time's starting to run out a little bit on him. I mean, is he a difference maker? Sure, sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, while you can get something for him, why not?
Yeah.
You have teams like the Colts who would love to have a edge rusher like
Mm,
Watt. See what you can get. See what you can get for him. You
yep.
shop around a little bit, and you might be able to get a decent running back there to help Rodgers out. You might be able to call
Mm.
the Ravens, be like, hey, what's Henry doing?
There's no way they're trading in the
Not for a
division,
rivalry,
especially the Ravens.
but
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying. A running back
Yeah.
of that equal, or whatever. Um, but the Steelers lost to the Packers. I feel like, oh my gosh, can't believe I'm drawing a blank on this, but we got traded from the Cowboys.
Micah Parsons.
Thank you, Micah Parsons. I feel like he is getting into his own second coming of himself. Being on the
Yep.
Packers. He's found his thing again. And
Oh,
he's
they're moving him around.
yeah,
They were moving him around last night, so
yeah,
not like how the Cowboys just put him down on the line. They got him at linebacker. They got sometimes he's on the edge.
yeah,
That's how you use guys like that.
and he's affecting every single play. You know,
Yep.
And so yeah, so I just Steelers. That's another game that maybe the Steelers should have won, but Jordan Love is playing really well, so I'm not going to take
Hmm.
too much from that. The Packers leading in their division,
They
which is
gotta the
the
Steelers got to figure out their pass defense.
yeah,
That's what's killing them. They have the
yeah,
highest paid defense in the league, and they play like
garbage.
doo doo.
Yeah, yeah, pretty bad, pretty bad. Speaking of doo doo, I'll let you go ahead and talk about the Patriots win.
Yeah, nice segue, by the way. I appreciate that. Anyway, the New England Patriots blew out the Cleveland Browns. Who's shocked? Not me. I mean, I thought we'd keep it closer, but you were shocked?
I'm shocked. Yeah.
Well, here's the most shocking part. Miles Garrett had 5 sacks in that game, and they still lost by like 20 points.
Did you see the picture of him sitting by himself away from
Oh, he was
every?
furious.
Yeah.
He was
He
furious after the game. I don't blame him because he played hard that game. And
who in the hell talked him into signing that contract?
well, because they were like, "Oh, we got a quarterback coming in. We're gonna take." They probably said we're gonna take Shador Sanders. He was like, "Oh yeah, okay, that's fine." And then he take Dylan Gabriel.
He probably threw his helmet then too.
But anyway, I want to talk about Dylan Gabriel. It's not all his fault. Okay, they have him set up to fail because the Patriots' game plan to stop the Browns was to stop the run, and whenever they're in shotgun, they are going to hit the edge and hit the edge hard to force Gabriel up in the pocket. And he's 5'8". So
Kyler
he
Murray.
ain't seeing over everybody. And when he moves up, he ain't seeing anybody, and that's what they forced him to do. And then he threw 2 picks because of that. So it was a great game plan.
Yeah,
Um, that's why you need a quarterback over 6 foot. Unfortunately,
it's
unless
happening.
you're Drew Brees.
It's happening with Kyler Murray. It's happening with
Mm,
Bryce Young. Is these Tua, although Tua had a really good game this week, but
yeah,
4 touchdowns. That's nothing to sneeze about. That's a pretty good game. But yeah, but Patriots are a good team again, though. So I
yeah.
mean, it's not completely
Well,
all Browns.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying It's the you're not setting yourself up to win is what gets me. It's not that they lose. I know the Patriots are a good team. It's just this how they look. That's what it is. It's frustrating. Like they haven't scored over 20 points. Like they've done it one time, and it was last week against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
That was
and,
it.
and that was the Dolphins team that was falling apart last week too.
Yeah,
You know.
playing in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have the Colts.
Yep,
They might be the new team out of the AFC.
might be. They got dun 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 dun, dun Indiana Jones,
Indiana
baby.
Jones. He was never the problem in New York.
Oh no.
Never the problem in New York. He's playing out of his mind.
I, I just think this is how he's always been. Like in New York, they were trying to get him to run. It's like he's not Josh Allen.
Where he tripped over nothing running for the.
Yeah, it's like just stop. Make him a pocket passer.
Yeah.
He's like 6'5". Let him get in there, step up in the pocket, unlike Dylan Gabriel, and throw it to his guys down the field.
Yeah. And then Jonathan Taylor, he had a good game.
Yep,
That's
that helps too.
it's a great see if the Steelers had a running back
Yep,
to help
any
Rodgers.
running game.
Yeah, anything, anything, anything. And then we're also not shocked, and I'm never shocked when somebody beats the Cowboys. But
Oh
the
yeah,
but the way that the Broncos did it,
statement.
jeez, jeez. Bo Nix. I mean, Broncos are back on the
I told
rise
you.
again. Yeah, yeah, you did. I mean, you did. That division is kind of surprising me a little bit.
I
The
mean, Chiefs are
AFC
coming.
West. Chiefs are coming back again, and Chargers are falling off. That shocked me.
Not me. If anyone knows anything about the Chargers, is they Charger every year, baby. Doesn't matter who it is.
So
Chiefs are winning right now.
AFC division leaders, we have the Steelers still. That just shows how bad the AFC North is this year. We have the Steelers still. We have the Colts. We have the Patriots, and we have the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the
That's right.
NFC. We already talked about the Packers beating the Steelers. I don't think we need to get more into that. Eagles beat the Giants. Poor Scatterboo.
Yep. Yep.
Poor Scatterboo.
R.I.P. to his ankle.
He forgot to beat. Growing up, he kept hitting his head off of brick walls. He forgot to do the same with his feet.
Yeah, you forgot to do ankle stretches.
Now, there's a play from that game. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it's a play that really pisses me off. So a lot of people tush push, tush push, tush push. It's a false start. It's a false start. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Stop it.
So they did. They did.
Mm-hmm.
Rush forward. Jalen Hurts rushes forward. He's laying on top of Lyman. He's not down.
Right.
You get the linebacker who dives in there. Hurts always holds the ball forward to try and get an extra
Mm,
yard. You got the Giants player comes in there, grabs a football, yanks it out of his hand, goes on the ground. It's a fumble.
yeah.
It's a fumble.
Sounds
Nope.
sounds fine to me.
Called it down.
Oh, forward progress, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's where you lose me. Is if then that means the play's dead as soon as he touches his lineman.
Yeah. It's
So that
gone.
means it shouldn't work. Yeah. So
That's a
you
live
can't have it
ball.
both ways.
That's a live
Yeah, you
ball.
can't have it both. You can't do it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Can't be like, oh well, he moved forward, but now he's down. We're saying he's down because forward progress, but the ball came out. It's like nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Um,
yeah, that I mean, would it have mattered? No. But it's beside the fact. I mean, this tush push thing. I mean, you have teams trying to game plan for it. You have teams trying to put a down lineman on all fours to lay in front of the center to try and make
mhm.
something happen. It's
Turned sideways. Some like
something.
they were doing like all kinds of
It's
crazy stuff.
such a stupid play that take
Yeah, it's
that
either. But what gets me is that when the Bills run it, they don't do the same thing because Josh Allen's a big guy.
yeah
You know, they do like some stupid thing where they run behind a guard or something. It's like they try to do it against the Chiefs in like the playoff game last year. I was like, what are you guys doing? Just right up the behind the center. He
yeah.
Josh Allen's 6'5", 260. Just take it.
Even if he stumbles forward, he's getting you 2 yards.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
but yeah, that I wanted to bring that play up. It pissed me off.
Hmm.
It pissed me off. I'm so tired of the tush push. It doesn't. I mean, it's such a cheap way. It's almost
Yep.
like it's the equivalent of the college football 26 game halfback direct snap.
Yep.
you know,
Guaranteed 3 yards at
guaranteed
least.
3 yards. But again, Packers they beat the Steelers. Seahawks they took a division lead and they didn't even play a game. They had a bye.
That's right.
And then your boy Baker Mayfield had a crappy game, but still beat the
Still
Saints,
pulled
which
it out.
that doesn't take
He
take much.
he's an Al Davis player. He just wins, baby.
That's
That's
it.
all I gotta say.
That's
That's
it.
it. Not
Uh,
good enough for the Browns, but he's good enough for the Buccaneers. That's fine.
who knows?
Yes, I'm still salty.
Maybe Shador will go to Carolina, and then maybe
Yeah,
he'll go to L.A. and then maybe he'll go somewhere and
and
have
then win the, and then be an
win division.
MVP
Yeah, yeah,
caliber player.
yeah. Why
Yeah,
not? Why
yeah.
not?
And then we'll keep Gabriel 5'8" QB.
No, you know what they'll do is they'll draft another QB this year.
Yeah, dumb. Just take some good player.
at, at
I'm tired. Take a lineman. Take a running back. Take a safety or something. I don't know.
At this point, I think
Best player.
that you would even accept a first round picking up Zavada, the kicker from Michigan, to make field goals.
Yeah, anybody. I want a kicker and I want some playmakers on the outside for gosh sakes. I mean, our best playmakers are tight ends. That's it. That's all we got. No receivers. Receivers can't catch. Are you available next Sunday to catch a ball, catch a pass?
That could do it.
We need somebody out there. No, you can't be worse than them. Jerry Judy supposed to be Julio Jones. Couldn't catch
Mm-mm.
a cold.
No, he's the Roddy White.
Oh, he's worse than him.
Yeah, yeah, probably so.
Like the Cleveland Brown great, Greg Little, and I'm using great lightly. Okay, he's not really great. He made a lot of drops.
Yeah,
It's very similar to Judy. Oh, he's going to be a great player. He's so athletic, but yeah, but he's got stones for hands. So it's like, so what?
he's
Put him at
he's
corner.
he's like hot hands until he saw the toilet paper.
Yep,
Please tell me you get the reference.
I got it. I got it.
So NFL, anything trade deadline wise
Just
are there?
the receivers are going to be on the move. A
Yeah,
couple,
yeah.
maybe a running back or so. I don't know which ones, but we'll see.
Okay. So we could do a real quick thing on Major League Baseball. There's not much else to talk about right now other than the World Series.
Series tie 1-1. Game three's tied right now 4-4. It's looking like this is going to be a great series.
Slugfest.
The Blue Jays will not go away. They are sticking around because they got a great lineup.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So obviously in the next segment we're gonna talk NBA and the gambling or whatever. But I have a question for you regarding baseball.
Yeah,
Okay. So somebody tried telling me that the hardest sport to rig would be baseball. And I think that that person is certifiably insane. I think that it
yeah,
is the easiest sport to rig. Now,
I would I would agree.
now,
No, okay. Second easiest.
second easiest
Second easiest.
behind.
The first golf.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll give you $1 million. You can hit one in a drink.
Yep. If you're a professional golfer, I mean, I know golfers they still do that anyway, but you
Now,
know, if you gave them a special ball that could go 500 yards when they hit it every time, I think they would be pretty good.
now, the thing about rigging baseball that I wanted to ask you, you had no
Hmm.
preparation for this question, so I wanted to ask you something. When it comes to the integrity of the game of baseball, do you think that it would be smart nowadays? I mean, in NFL, you could throw a challenge flag. In Major League Baseball, you can call New York and ask them what they see because apparently you can't look at the jumbotron and see it for yourself. You got to talk to somebody over the phone who could also rig it. Um, so my question is, do you think for the integrity of the game, the home plate umpire should only be there to call safe or out at the plate and finally go to computerized strike zone for calling balls and strikes.
No,
Even though how bad Hernandez was at
doesn't
call,
matter.
no.
That's the human element of the game. It's been around there for a long time. That's like it's about judgment. It's not about perfection. Baseball is not about perfection. It's also about its imperfections.
So
And when you do that, you take away what makes the game beautiful in the first place.
so say World Series. We've all dreamed of it. You're a baseball player. I was
Yeah,
a baseball player. Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, game seven, 2 outs.
yeah,
You're up the bat. Okay, you're the hitter in this
yeah.
situation. You see the pitch coming.
Uh huh.
Okay, and you can see that it is way outside.
How
You
far are we talking?
Angel Hernandez type outside, but he still
Well,
but he still
I would probably swing.
but he still calls it a strike. But
Well, I'm
bases are loaded. It's
I'm
tied.
I'm saying if I know who the umpire is and it's close, I'm going to have to protect regardless.
But don't
I
you?
should be protecting anyway
But
because it's the World Series.
true.
And if you're not protecting the plate when you're with two strikes in the World Series, you better be gone after that game. You better not come back to the dugout. That's all
True.
I got to say about that.
True. But I'm saying, all right. Say it's 4-4, like it is today, right now. Say it's 4-4. Game seven, bases loaded, and that walk that you could have taken could win you the game in the World Series. But
But like
but
I said,
because
but if you're a hitter, you're not waiting on a walk. You should be protecting the play. You shouldn't be doing that unless it is like if it's in the dirt and he calls a strike. Yes, okay, yeah, fire the guy. But
so then
I mean,
you could take that element of the game away of like, well, if he calls it a strike and it's still in the dirt, fire him. Well, in this case, you wouldn't have to. It's
but
right here, and at that point, it's up to the hitter to be a jackass.
but like I said, it eliminates things that people don't think about. Like a hitter when he has two strikes, you're protecting the plate regardless. Even if it's a little off, you might still swing and just foul it off. You're protecting everything. That's the game between the hitter and the pitcher. And now you're kind of taking that away because you want perfection, and that's a problem, especially for baseball.
Well, if that's the case, then we should take away like the camera calling somebody safer out when they're stealing second,
Yeah, I mean,
or
sure,
the
but that's not a game within the game. Pitching is a game within the game. Like throwing someone out, that's that's like catching a ball for a first down in the NFL. You can review that. But like it's me versus me. It's like looking at offensive linemen versus defensive linemen on in the trenches, being like, oh
false
well,
start.
this guy was false starting, even though he jumped a half second sooner. Let's go to the tape and review that. That's kind of like what we're getting at here. That's
So I have two really important examples to throw your way with this.
all right.
Okay, number one, the perfect game,
Yeah,
Detroit Tigers. I think you know
yeah,
what game I'm talking about.
yeah,
If they at that point had they gone to a tape,
yeah.
then that kid
For
would have
base running,
his perfect game.
that's base running. That's not that's not a strike zone.
Right, but that's okay. So here's the other example. So me being a
Mm-hmm.
Pirate fan, I'm thinking about, I want to say it's 2013, 2012, 2013. Okay, I think it was 12. Jerry Meals, you know that umpire?
Mm-mm.
No, one of the most controversial calls. It was the Pittsburgh Pirates against the Atlanta Braves. They went 19 innings, and clearly Michael McHenry, one of my favorite catchers, injuries did him wrong, you know, but clearly makes the tag. And home plate umpire calls him safe, ends the game.
As I've said, it's it's part of the game. That that's what makes it beautiful. Like that you don't see what I'm saying. Like its imperfections is what makes it beautiful. It's a beautiful game.
I can see not arguing everything.
Yeah, like okay, like a base runner. Yeah, I could see that because that's kind of like a boom boom play. Something that's like boom boom. Like ball gets there half a second sooner or something.
Mm.
Sure. But if we're gonna do ticky tack with everything, then it's games are gonna be forever. Guys are gonna challenge everything. No one's gonna swing at anything because they're gonna be like, oh well, you see, it wasn't a strike, and it eliminates the game from the pitcher because like he might be like, all right, I'm gonna throw a ball on this pitch just to see if I can get him with it, and the guy just knows that and he doesn't swing. They just don't swing anyway. That's the part of the game that would be taken away.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see both importances, I guess.
Yeah, like I mean, sure, if it's a terrible call, yeah, like if it's in the other batter's box and the guy's calling it a strike, then yes, you can
Uh,
use the computer thing to be like, well, you see, this one wasn't really. We're gonna make that a strike, but how long is that gonna take? It. There's just all kinds of things
yeah.
that are gonna muddy up the game.
Well, I mean, and you're talking boom boom plays or whatever. I think it doesn't get any more boom boom than nowadays pitchers throwing 105 miles per hour and trying to follow that, whatever.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You have to think about that they have a pitch clock for pitchers, so the pitcher's got to be back on the mound to throw another ball in 20 seconds.
Yeah, I like the pitch clock, by the
It's
way.
it's not like the old days where a guy could take forever. Then you could be like, all right, let's look at the strikes.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have both things. It's just It's just un-American.
Well, that being said, speaking of integrity,
Yep.
okay, sort of last segment here. NBA.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Integrity.
They, yeah.
Hmm.
They are in big trouble.
I mean,
If it's just Terry Rozier, imagine who else is doing this.
I think there's a reason why Mr. Somebody, not going to mention any names, but who is sitting out even longer with sciatica.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know who you're talking about. The
Mm-hmm.
King.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jordan wouldn't have sat out with sciatica. He would have been like,
yeah,
"Break my back."
yeah.
Do what you need to
Well, he
do,
would have been gambling on if his sciatica when his sciatica would have been unflamed,
and then he would have went and played baseball, so he didn't get
and
caught.
then golfed and golfed 36 holes, and then played 3 games, three
Yep.
basketball games at night.
Yeah. So, what's your take on all this stuff with Chauncey Billups?
It's
And I heard it.
it's sad to hear
It is.
about Chauncey Billups. I mean, I always thought he was a good guy. I mean, he probably is, and they're probably using him. That's my thing about it
He's
is
the
they're probably using him.
guinea pig.
Well, like he's the face,
Yeah.
He's like they're like, oh, they're using him to bring people in,
Yeah.
and that was for poker.
Well, I saw another name get brought into that. Yesterday was Kevin Garnett's name got thrown into it too.
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised.
And I mean that would you.
Big card player.
Yeah, and I'm a big Garnett fan. I always was.
Yeah,
But
I I wouldn't surprise me. I mean, look at the guys we're talking about here. I mean,
in the words of
now out in the words of who?
in the words of Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
That's true. I just think that there's gonna be a lot of guys in this eventually.
Yeah.
The NBA's in a lot of trouble.
And the
Lots of trouble.
in the words of Kevin Garnett, anything is possible. And the actions of Paul Pierce, shit has hit the fan.
Yeah. Speaking of Paul Pierce, he got a DUI or something the other day.
Yeah, so did Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Did you see
Oh,
that?
he's
His second one in 6 months.
that's a sad story there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, speaking of Jordan, I don't know if you saw this or not, but he rented a beach house off of a guy, and there was some kids in the neighborhood,
Hmm.
and the guy said, "Listen, I have you renting my house, which is awesome, but there's a basketball hoop here. All I ask is if you could do one foul shot, just to say I had Michael Jordan shoot a foul
Yeah,
shot
a foul shot at
on
my
my thing.
yeah.
Kids are watching on the side, you know." And Jordan was did a sit down interview, forget who it was with, but was talking about over the past however many years he's been retired now, what, 20, roughly.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, 20, 25 years. Okay. He said that it was the most nervous he has been taking a foul
Yeah,
shot in front of these kids,
because he probably hasn't shot some in a while, and
on,
he's probably like, "Oh boy."
under pressure. The guy's what,
Yeah,
61 years old now.
yeah,
You know,
and he probably sunk it just like
he did, he did, but
probably did the probably did the this one's for you, Matumbo.
yeah,
Close his
yeah,
eyes.
but man,
Makes it.
I saw the video of it and I saw the picture of him. And man, he was sweating. He was
Oh yeah,
sweating. Just a foul shot. Just a
yeah.
foul shot for the greatest player of all time. Not debatable.
Well, he's got to live up to that moniker. When you're the greatest of all time, you have to be on all the time.
Yep. Yep.
Can never miss.
You still want these kids to buy your shoes, don't you?
Yep.
You better make the shot.
And he did. I'm just
He
guessing
did.
he did.
He did. Indeed he did. So, being that is the end of our segments, NBA and stuff, we last week did not do a player of the week on screen. Okay,
Yeah.
but I think we could go ahead and do a player of the week this week.
hmm
Anybody, anyone you want.
Anybody, anytime, can be anything. It could be tennis, golf, whatever you're thinking.
Okay,
I
historically or
got
now.
mine for today. It can be historical.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay. My guy is not historical, but I'm gonna go with Fernando Mendoza, Indiana quarterback, Mr. Heisman this year.
He has it.
Heisman at Indiana.
Even if he gets hurt,
You know, there we go. Got to strike the pose for him.
which apparently if you get
That's
hurt,
my pick.
but have 2,300 yards in a season,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
my
what I heard.
yeah my Mister Pringle Dingle and college football
Yep,
PlayStation has 2,300 yards, gets hurt in week 9 and doesn't win the
yep.
Heisman, but
That wear and tear will get you, buddy.
wear and tear on the record books, I guess. Okay, so my athlete of the week. Okay, there has been some question going around of who is the greatest WWE wrestler superstar of all time.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so many people throw John Cena's name out there just because you have 17 championships, Bill Russell, doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you're the greatest of all time. If you had it 17 times, you lost it 16,
Yep. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
math.
Maybe 17. I don't
17,
know.
something like that. Well, he's going
I'll
to
get back
lose it.
to you.
Yeah. Well, 17. Yeah, he lost it. But
Mhm.
my greatest superstar of all time and my athlete of the week this week is the Phenom, The Undertaker.
Love it.
Is my athlete of the week this week. Throw a
He
little.
and he was very athletic. I mean,
No, not even a
there's
little bit.
no there's no other wrestler that moves like the Undertaker. I
But
mean,
the
just the
character,
speed, the jump.
the character.
Yeah. He was almost because it fit. You know, he was almost supernatural the way that he like did things.
They custom made and wrote his entrance music just
hmm
by a guy hitting some keys on a piano. And he's like, "Oh, I like that," or whatever. And
Yeah.
they made a song, and they really like for years they had this character. Then all of a sudden he gets on a motorcycle and then he does that, but he owned that character too. So it's
Yep.
just I gotta go with my man the Undertaker with special
Yep.
mention Shawn Michaels, but I gotta go with the Phenom. But yep, that is my
Great pick.
athlete athlete of the
Yeah.
of the week.
Yep.
So, but nothing else going on for this episode. I don't feel.
No, I think we're just about done, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it's a good one this week. I feel a lot of debates
Yeah.
out there. Please,
Yeah.
when you watch this or listen to it, Spotify, TikTok, whatever you decide to do, I want you guys to throw some comments out there as to how you feel about the robotic umpire, and we'll talk into some of those next week because that seemed to be our biggest debate this week,
Yeah.
right? So we'll
Yeah.
go.
We're not agreeing on that one.
Yeah,
We'll agree to disagree.
yeah, and we'll see what you guys think about our top 15 pick for
hmm
college football. Um, and again, high school. Good luck, girls soccer tomorrow. Go beat Dover.
Go Tigers.
Marching band. Go get it. Okay.
Go marching Tigers.
But until next week.
I said
Oh, go ahead.
I said go marching Tigers.
Marching Tigers. Marching and
Yep.
kicking Tigers, baby. You know.
That's right.
But kicking and screaming. Good movie. We need to do a sports movie. We need to do a
Oh yeah.
sports movie next week. Yeah, we'll come up with
Yeah.
top 5 sports movies next week,
Yeah, I like that.
and a poll.
Okay. Yep.
But until then, thanks again for watching RoJoSports. I'm
Yep.
Rob. This is Joe, and we will see you guys next week.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye bye.